Hey guys, this is Mike from the Your Car Dealer podcast. YouTube, what's up, baby? Been seeing some love here on YouTube, so we're gonna crack down a couple of more videos. Anyway, one of the things that seems like you guys wanted from last week or a week before, when I was looking through some of these things, was you guys wanted some good rebuttals. What can you guys say when they put you on the spot and they're asking you some things that maybe you're not comfortable with? Any of you guys that might have seen some of my older content maybe remember that back in the day I was a telemarketer. I used to be one of those dildos that was out there calling you at 6 o'clock when you first got home, or even worse, at 7 or 8 when you just got to sit down with your family. And I'm the guy calling you. This is back in 1996. Back in 1996, I was that guy, and they gave us extensive training. Trust me, I wasn't the only guy. There was 60 of us, maybe 75 of us in a room. Real boiler room type of situation. Guys, gals, old, young, you name it. Boy, oh boy. Pacific Monarch Resorts is the company name, PMR. And there was there was just tons of variation in the type and the style. And they used to, you know what? I will say this. I was a super shy kid to talk to anybody, even over a phone, in my first 2 weeks. And when I'm getting there, and boy, oh boy, those guys, they really kind of turned the key on what it was that I was doing. Now, I'm not really on that same level anymore where that's my whole move, is I'm trying to talk people into shit. But as it pertains to used car dealers, you guys got to be footloose and fancy free. You guys got to work on your dexterity, as I would call it. To me, that's your guys' ability to be nimble on your feet, to not really get locked down. This is what I see happen in a lot of the guys that I used to train in the insurance world to go out there and be regional sales managers. They used to get real locked down into a particular script. They'd get real locked down into a particular response where I was always taught that you want to be able to be nimble enough to where you could have 6 different responses, and no matter what, there might be a textbook answer that you go to for a certain question, but I'd say more often than not, it actually works, I think, sometimes in your guys' benefit when you're not predisposed to a certain answer every single time. The reason, and the only reason I say that, is because sometimes the same question get asked to you by 2 different people, 2 different types of people, 2 different... Take, for instance, somebody that tells you, I'm really not looking to buy today. The last thing I want to do is walk out of here with a car today. You got to be able to read. Is that just somebody trying to get you off of them for a second, trying to get you to back off because they don't want you to be a sleazy salesperson? Or is that somebody that, kind of just, put it this way, I'm a guy. Back in the days, unfortunately, I hope my wife doesn't hear this, I used to chase girls. And sometimes the girls would say no, like, no, I don't want to give you my phone number. But later on, maybe the second time you asked them, they said, yeah, I wanted to give you my phone number the first time you asked me, but I just couldn't act like I was easy, and I couldn't just give it to you the first time you asked for it. What kind of girl would that make me if I just gave you my number when you asked for it the first time? What kind of girl do you think I am, damn it? And I don't know. I didn't realize that I had to ask twice. Now, I'm not talking about she said no and all of a sudden I'm, still go all over. But there's quite a few times where, guys are asking girls in particular, hey, would you like to go out with me? Or, we're going out for drinks tonight. Or would you like to come along and want to go out for a cup of coffee? And she's gonna kind of play cat and mouse a little bit, because that adds to the excitement, I think, or the somehow for a gal, it does something different for you girls than it does to guys. But all that to say that sometimes that person really they really want to buy that car. They just don't want to seem desperate to you, right? They want to walk away with the car today. They don't want to spend a bunch of time screwing around trying to figure out the right car for them. They want to get down to business, brass tacks. Let's get it done fast. I want to get the car of my dreams and know that I'm not getting ripped off for it. I want to walk home with that thing today, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month. That's the way some of them are. But they'll tell you, I'm not really looking to buy today. But if you made them the right offer with the right situation, they would buy today, right? That's the point. So, a lot of times, and just as a super quick concept, right? The cat and mouse concept, right, is right out of the gate. They're telling you, hey, listen, I don't want to do this. I don't want to buy a car today. You walk up to them, hey, how you doing? What you guys looking for? I'm looking for this, but we're just looking. We're not looking to buy today. That's wonderful. I'm so glad you said that. My God, my hand's about to fall off. I've been writing deals all day long. I thought you were going to be the 7th of the day. I was already calling my wife, telling her I'm going to be home super late. It's just not going to happen tonight. We have plans, and oh my word, thank my lucky stars. You said, bless your heart, you don't want to buy a car today. Good, so I could just walk around, let my guard down here, and no pressure on either one of us. All right, what are we looking for? At that point, you kind of connect with them on a different level. You also kind of hit what's called a pattern disrupt. And I'm trying to teach anybody who will listen about these things and how important they are. But these pattern disrupts, whether it's on the wrestling team, and I'm trying to coach some of the kids to disrupt their patterns a little bit, because they're a little too telegraphed is the word. They're you could see them coming from a mile away. There's no guesswork here. You know what's happening, right? That's exactly the opposite of what you need, right? It's exactly what this does a lot of times, is it throws them off so much because they expected something totally different from you. You hit them with, oh, good. They expect you to say, well, but if I made you the right deal, would you buy today? When they said, nah, I'm not really interested in buying today. They expect that answer. You hitting them with, oh my God, oh, bless your heart. I don't have to sell you anything today. Oh my gosh, I've already got a bunch of these in, and I'm confident that I'm going to show you something good, and if I can put that into another day's worth of production, even better for me, right? So anyway, all that to say, really look for the pattern disrupt. It's becoming more and more and more important. It's becoming more and more common, I'd say, in a lot of those that are really, really doing the bigger things out there. The guys that are out there really banging, selling big time, selling large numbers, doing a lot of that stuff. I see this happening. So for what it's worth, pattern disrupt, definitely throw them off. Don't let them see you coming. Anyway, so we're going to be bringing you continuing to bring you used car dealer beneficial content to help you guys be more successful. One thing that I definitely want to open up is our Q&A to you guys. I've been answering a lot of questions from you guys in different areas, whether it's you guys are DMing me on Instagram, Your Car Dealer Bond on Instagram, by the way. But regardless of where we're connecting at, a lot of you guys are leaving me video comments, which is another great way. I get these things damn instantly, where they pop up and I can either sock you guys a response real quick there, or shit, if it's a question that I think there's some I'm seeing either more than once, or I think that there's definitely some others that have that same question. By all means, I'm all about it, man. That's the one thing I want to do more than anything else, is continue to bring you guys content that you guys actually want. Doesn't make me any sense to, do videos on what I want. Shit, that'll be a totally different move. But I'm doing it on what you guys want, on what you guys are asking me for, and on what you guys are seem to need some direction on. So by all means, Q&As. This is just another way for me to tell you guys, keep banging questions. All your questions are good. Trust me, there's no such thing as a bad question, because no matter what, somebody else has got that question, I bet. And we're getting a lot of you guys from different sides of the state. So I don't know that you guys are necessarily turning on your competition to anything new by me answering a question or two that you guys might have. But anyway, keep on flooding in those questions any way you guys can. Keep on catching the Your Car Dealer podcast. At this point, I think we're going to start doing slightly different content there versus here on YouTube, just to get you guys a little bit more of a spread. Something a little different, something that's not long form, as opposed to something for 25, 35 minutes in my podcast. I'm going to try to sock you up some tidbits in 5-6 minutes here on YouTube. It seems like that's what you guys want. So by all means, the fans are in the stands for a reason, not for what I want, but for what you guys want. Again, this is Mike from Your Car Dealer Bond. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, telling friends, subscribing, all that fun stuff, hitting that bell notification, all that. And again, we'll continue to bring you guys the content week after week after week after week. You guys be sure to catch the Your Car Dealer podcast as well. And again, this is Mike from Your Car Dealer Bond out.